Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Cosmic Reflections with Ani Ramla. Today we are going to be tapping into what is one of your karmic patterns that you need to break. So I definitely want to tap into that and see what's going on with y'all. It's a beautiful day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I was like, let me get outside. Let me get in that sun. Let me pull some cards for my people. Let me tap into the collective consciousness. Let me see what's going on with my, my people that's coming to see their messages every single day. And also, I have to say thank you so much. I have so much gratitude in my heart. I believe it was last week or this week, I made it to 103 subscribers on YouTube. And for me, let me tell you something, that may seem like nothing to somebody else, but to me, that's everything. I am so grateful because a couple years ago, I would have never even thought that that was possible for me. Okay, so I am just sitting back and I am just like, I have so much gratitude. I'm like, wow, source, wow, spirit guys, like, wow, this is just amazing to me. So for the ones, and I'm telling you, I have people that show up soon as I drop a new video, soon as I drop a message, they are there, they are here to receive. And I just want to say thank you so much to all of you all. You guys make my heart sing, truly. And as I was reflecting this morning, of course, as I always do, I reflect, I do a little meditation work in the morning, I just go deep within myself. And I wanted to say that, my last video, you all got to see a side of Ani Ramla that some of you, or a lot of you may not have seen before. And it was just, it was that side where, where I was hurt. And Ani Ramla, you know what I'm saying? I'm a fire sign. My sun in rising and a Pisces moon. So I can go from 0 to 100 real quick. One of my life lessons is learning compassion, because I was real cutthroat. In a lot of my past lives, I was real cutthroat. So one of my life lessons in this life is to learn compassion, learn patience, and also learning boundaries, how to stand firm in my boundaries. Let me tell you something. People are always testing my boundaries. Always. It's like they can't get enough. They are constantly testing my boundaries. That is one of my lessons, to not allow my head to just fly off you ever seen when something explodes and it just like flies out into the fucking atmosphere? Like, that is one of my lessons, to just stay cool. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they do. But honestly, people are steady trying my boundaries. And that is because in my past lives as well, I abused my gifts and I was, invading other people's personal space. Invading their privacy, trying to control, the love department, trying to control people to love me, trying to make them stay, trying to make them love me, and all of that. So, everything just makes sense, more and more sense every day as the days pass. It's like, wow, everything just makes more and more sense. And I'm saying this because I got to release it, because I know that somebody here is going to relate to this shit. It's like, yo, if you got people that's constantly testing your boundaries, do not get so angry with them. I'm telling you, just be firm in your boundaries, okay? You don't have to explain your yes answer, and you don't got to explain your no answer. Just stay firm. It's definitely, if you are experiencing that, it's definitely a lesson for you to learn to just stay still. Just be in the moment and just have gratitude, like, you know what I'm saying, and just learning how to stand firm, but with compassion, you know what I'm saying, because it's just one of the things that we got to learn to overcome. But as I was saying, in my reflections, just like, wow, they got to see that side. A lot of y'all love that, and that's me raw and being real, like really that side of me. But it's like, it's that side of me that I thought that I would never experience again, like that hit in the heart space. I thought that I was past that, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, I'm almost 40 years old. I'll be 40 in 2 years. And I really thought that it was an obstacle that I had overcome in this love department, whereas I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I will never feel that hurt ever again. Like I made that promise to myself, and then when I felt it and when I got hit with that shit, it was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And I heard my guides, like my guides do not play. Let me tell you something. When I go from 0 to 100, it's very, very hard to bring me back. I don't like to go there. But in my guides, when I'm hurt, they are ready to go toe to toe. Like they are ready. So, when I felt that, I was just like, oh my God. And Spirit was like, you're not even about to be, you're not even about to fall off. You're not. Like, I really tried to be depressed. Like I literally tried to be depressed, and Spirit would not allow it. It's like, no, you got people that need you. You got work to do. And let me tell you something. A few weeks before this happened, Spirit was like, it took me out the game. It was like, you need to shut down your website, all of that. Like, you're not doing any personal readings, any of that. And me, I am very obedient to Spirit. When Spirit speak, sometimes I may be a little resistant, but for overall, I do listen. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I felt like something was coming. And sure enough, here came that L. Boom. And it hit me. And somebody was saying, one of my sisters, and I love her, and she was like, people are gonna judge you. They're just gonna judge you. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I was like, I don't care. I don't care what people think about me, because at least I have the courage to get up here and say, look, I'm going through something, and I still showed up for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to ever, anyone that has worked with me personally or in my class, I've done one class and I'm getting ready to do a second one. When Spirit say go, I'm going to do it. But I will never, ever try to appear as if I am better than anyone, as if I am above suffering, as if I am above pain, as if I've got my life together. I will never, ever. Because for me, learning and ascension is infinite. And for me, when I can show my vulnerability, I feel like there's someone out there who can connect to that, because there's someone out there who's going through that. There's someone out there who is experiencing that same pain, and for the same reasons. So, for me, I've always been one to never bite my tongue. I've always been one to speak my truth. I've always been one to not back down. I'm an Aries. You know what I'm saying? We do not back down. I've always been, very expressive in my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions. And even in this work, I'm not going to sit here and just, if I'm going through, and honestly, if I'm going through something, you will be able to see it, because it is just all over me. I do not try to I do not try to cover it up. Like, yo, my heart just got dragged through the mud, I'm fucked up, but I'm still going to show up for you, because I am aware. Even in my suffering, I am aware of the bigger picture. I can see the bigger picture. I can see the lesson in this, and I am not going to get lost in it. And because in that way, I'm an example. When I can say, look, I took that L, but I rose from it, and you can see where I took that L, and you can see it all over my face. And then you can see me showing up after that, just getting brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and stronger and stronger and wiser. Then you can see that it is possible. It is possible that if you remain on this path, dedicated, consistent, and remain in tune with yourself, your higher self will always guide you. When you listen to Spirit, when you listen to Source, and you are being guided, even when it hurts so bad and you don't want to, you're like, F that. I just want to crawl in the bed and just go under the covers and just never come back out. And you can get up and see another day and say, I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to take this energy and transmute this shit. I'm going to transmute this pain into my passion, into something that is for my highest good. When you can do that, and say, you know what, I got spirit say, you got people that need you, that you got to show up for. I am not in the position to be sitting here playing these games. You know what I'm saying? This I don't got time for that, because I'm here to help people. And there is so many of us. We're all here to help people. And we do it in our own ways. I will not allow, you know what I'm saying? When you can see the bigger picture, when you're aware, and that is why I want you all to know that awareness is key. So as I was reflecting on this, I also wanted to say, yes, that last recording that I did on YouTube, that shit was raw. That shit was real. But when I said that, you know, that when we think someone is our soulmate or our twin flame, but they're not, they are imposters, I had to catch myself, and I had to say, you know what, Ani, that's not true. Don't do that. Because anyone that we are involved with in our love lives, whether they're karmic, whether they are twin flames, whether they are soulmates, is all to teach us lessons. It's all for our growth. It's all for us to become the best version of ourselves. And everyone plays a part in that, because before we incarnate into our bodies, into each life, we choose who we are going to be encountering. We choose our parents. We choose our families. We choose our siblings. Like, we choose our names. We choose when we're going to be born. All of that. So when you are aware of that, well, I chose it, so I can get through it, because I chose this. You know what I'm saying? When you can be able to do that, I think is beautiful. That's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to have that awareness. And so that was the only thing that I would say, you know, Ani, you was doing too much right there. No, you know, they're not imposters. They are there for a purpose, for a divine reason. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'm not here to get anybody's hopes up, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it's just not the time. So it's not that they're imposters, it's just not the right time. You know, y'all's not the best versions of y'allself, so it's just not time yet. Because you don't want to get together and you're not the best version of yourself, of yourselves, and then you just back in the same boat. So yeah, so you know, and in this reflection and thinking, you know, stuff like that, I was just like, you know, I heard Spirit say karmic patterns. So I was like, so Spirit, that's what we tapping into today, that's what we getting into, that's what we doing. And Spirit was like, yeah, we're gonna check, you know, what is one of your biggest karmic patterns that you deal with. You know what I'm saying? So because, and some of this for you all, it may be confirmations, or it could just, you know, it's like you already know, but it's like when you hear it, it's like it registers like, yeah. Or some of you may just be, you know, you don't really see it, and then you got to hear it, and then you're like, oh wow, I'm telling you, I knew it subconsciously, but I just needed it to be revealed. I needed it to be in the light, you know what I'm saying, to come into the light. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to get into your karmic pattern, you know, or karmic patterns, whatever comes out. Yeah. So, of course, you cannot see the piles because I'm outside, but let me tell you something. You are going to put your intuition to work, because that's what I do. Ani Ramla, you come to Ani Ramla, you're going to be putting in work. Whether you come to me for personal readings, whether you was in my class, or you gonna, you know, my future classes, you're going to be put to work, because that's what I believe in. That's how I was taught. When I first, you know, had my awakening, I was blessed with 6 sisters that guided me, and they said that's the number one thing, you're gonna put in that work, okay? It's all about self. Self is key. Self is the way. Can't nobody save you. Can't nobody have the answers like your higher self has the answers for you. So, you know, I'm going to put you to work. So with that being said, there's 3 piles. And you're going to trust in your intuition of which pile to choose. You know, it's 1, 2, or 3 for the piles. There's 3 piles. You can choose if all 3 of the numbers stand out to you, then, you know, choose all 3 of the numbers, but don't overthink it. And I'll also show you the stones so that you will be able to choose your piles from the stones. Excuse me, when I'm getting ready to tap in, I start sweating like crazy. I get very, very hot. Let my neighbor blast off on his motorcycle. He's so annoying. He's so annoying. All right, so for pile 1, I'm gonna show you the stones. We have this blue, I want to say that it's a Larimar. I don't know what this is exactly because this was a gift to me. This was a gift, so I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's Larimar, but it is like a light blue palm stone. And this was a gift, but I'm definitely going to do my research so I can see what this is. But I was definitely drawn to this stone this morning, so I chose it for you all. So that's for pile 1, okay? Pile 2, you have this beautiful angel aura geode. Look at this. Magnificent. Magnificent. Okay. In pile 3, you have this amazing, look at the patterns on this jasper heart. Okay. So whatever stone, you know, you felt drawn to, go ahead and choose that for yourself. And with that being said, we're going to get right into pile 1. What is your biggest karmic pattern that you need to break? Okay. All right, so what do we have here? Oh, I tell you, Spirit got jokes. All right, so you have Lovers, Page of Wands, Page of Swords, clarified by the six of Diamonds. All right, yeah, heart chakra, aura. This could be, I also chose cards from my Angels Lovers deck. You know what I'm saying? Because I just really want to be, I want to begin to tap into love a lot more. It's really going to help me with my healing, and I'm sure it's going to help you all too, but I just felt drawn. So you have from my Angels Lovers deck, you have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, okay? So pile 1, it's so apparent that one of your karmic patterns that you need to break is within the love department. Okay, it's in the love department. It just got super cloudy. Please don't rain, because I'll sit right here in the rain and just keep going like, wah, wah. Like, I just gotta keep going at this point. I'm not stopping. So pile 1, you have a lot of karmic lessons that you need to learn in your relationships. And I'm talking about in your relationships with your lovers, your partners, your spouses, you know what I'm saying, your exes. There's a lot of karmic patterns that you experience in your love life. And you may be one of those people that are able to actually help others in their love lives. Like, you have all the juice, you got all the tea, you got all the guidance, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to you, you're just like, what? Like, what is going on? Why can I not get this right? And it may be like you get these people that just seem similar, you know what I'm saying? It may seem different at first, and you're like, boom, here we go, I done found it, I got it together, you know, and then it's just like, boom, it's just like the same thing, like the same. They could be narcissistic, or they could just be, you know, emotionally abusive. They could be mentally abusive, you know, with the swords coming out. I feel like they're, you know, you tend to be with partners who are mentally and emotionally abusive. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to know your worth. This is how you're going to break your karmic patterns, your karmic pattern in love. I think love is one of the biggest issues, because everything else may be fine. It may, something could happen. You're like, oh, I got this. You know what I'm saying? It could throw you off course for a little bit, but you're quick to wrap it up and like, I got this together. I'm moving forward. But when it's love, it's like, when love goes wrong for you, that can take you out. You know what I'm saying? That can cause you to go into a spiral. And this has to do with your past lives. You may have a lot of issues in your past lives with love. You may have been a very powerful person where you abused people that loved you, or you didn't, you probably were like a political figure or a high-ranking person that just didn't have time for love. You know what I'm saying? You never invested in that, and so you're here in this life to learn the unconditional love, because so many times we look at love and we look at our relationships in the 3D. You know what I'm saying? We're not looking at it in the 5D, and in the 5D, that is where it is unconditional. We can get lost in the, oh, well, it's supposed to go this way kind of thinking, or they're supposed to be doing this for me. But what if they're not? Like, are you still gonna love them anyway? What if they leave you? Like, or, you know what I'm saying? What if they left you? Like, are you going to be bitter about that, or are you going to still love them anyway because they taught you a lesson? They taught you how to be a better person. They taught you what red flags to look out for. They taught you how to come out of a depression and ascend and find out something about yourself. Because when a woman's hurt, what's one of the things we go do? We go chop off all of our hair, and then it just grows back even more beautiful and long. So it's like, little things like that, really start looking at that. And I'm feeling like with the Ace of Swords coming out, I'm feeling as if you are beginning to come into an awareness of this. You are beginning to recognize that there is a certain pattern in your love life, and Spirit wants you to know that you can't point fingers. And this is something that I had to tell myself as well. It's like, I can't be pointing the finger at this person because I don't even got my own self together. Like, I got my ways that I got to work through. I have my things that I need to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm on this journey like everybody else. And it's like, you have to be the best version of yourself in order to attract and draw in the best version of you, to draw in your counterpart. And let me tell you something, when you working on yourself and you're focusing on yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, you got the Page of Wands here, which is passion and making new plans, new creations, tapping into your creativity. Yes, you have a lot of deep wounds and hurt in the love department, but you can take that energy, that pain, and you could transmute it into your passions and what you want to do, into your creativity. I'm telling you, you take that L and you just allow it. Remember last reading I said you about to transform, you about to go through this transformation, when it's like a piece of you feel like it died, like you just rise like from the ashes like a damn phoenix. I'm like, you just coming back more powerful, more beautiful, more handsome, whoever's watching. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I have some male followers as well. But that's what I really feel like Spirit is saying, and it was clarified by the Six of Diamonds. So it's like just, you want to give to yourself is what I keep hearing. Give to yourself. You have the declutter and the observation. I feel like you're a very observant person, which is why I'm feeling like I said, you definitely are becoming aware of these patterns, okay? You definitely are beginning to see that, whoa, let me look at this from a new perspective. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't have to keep happening to me. This doesn't have to be a reoccurring theme in my life with the love department. It's like, how come I can help everybody else get it together, or give them guidance with it, or tell them, look, this ain't good for you, but I can't do that for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So definitely your Spirit is telling you need to work on your heart chakra, and you can always work on your heart chakra by doing, Kundalini yoga, of course, you know, but also there's other ways. Okay, now you could be holding on to things like, I just heard, well, Tommy gave me this gold bracelet back in 2002 and I'm not getting rid of it. Like, you could be holding on to old gifts from like old lovers. And let me tell you something, items, everything is conscious. Everything is alive. Everything has energy, whether it has old energy attached to it and things of that nature. So if you need to declutter not only your heart space, but by how you can do that is by decluttering your space, your home. You may have had a lover that lived with you before, and it's kind of like you guys are not together anymore for right now or indefinitely, and you know, you could have the same bed from that relationship, and it's like you can't start a new relationship and you got the same bed. Like, you know, their energy is all in that bed. Like, you know, you could have the same couch, you could have some of the same clothes that you wore when you were with this person, you know what I'm saying? And these are old energies that is not being allowed to be released, and it's just universal law. It's like, look, when you can release things and let things go, you open up for new things to come in. Okay, and I'm really feeling as if with this could be the one. Like, you already met this romantic partner that you seek, and I mean, you most likely have already encountered this person, and this is why, because love is a karmic pattern for you. It's a karmic cycle, so you may, you know, be back and forth and in between with the same partners kind of thing, or if not the same partners, it's like similar people that are similar, you know what I'm saying? Like they just have a similar essence, and so, you know, it's like, yeah, you've already met them, but you know, you need to let that go of just wanting to be with them, and you need to focus on yourself, because when you focus on yourself, then you guys can merge, because you want to be the best version of yourself. You don't want to get together with this person, or, you know what I'm saying, for the long haul, and y'all both is not the best versions of yourself, because you may have you may be going through your transformation and you may be becoming more aware, but this person also has to go through their transformation and become more aware. And it's like, y'all can't come together. If you do come together, it's just going to be toxic. It's just going to be the same thing over and over again. You're just going to keep experiencing the same things in love over and over and over again. So I'm really feeling as if you already met your divine counterpart, the person that you are going to be with and grow old with. But it's just like Spirit is saying, look, you got to get your shit together too. Stop pointing the finger at this other person. You need to point the finger at yourself. Like I was saying in the other reading, you need to point the finger at yourself. You need to take all of that pain that you have learned in love, and you need to transmute that energy and apply it to your work and into your calling. What do you feel that you are here to do in this world? You know, and you have the aura, you know, when you're hurt in love, your aura really takes a hit. Like, people can see it all over your face. They can see it all over in your energy. Like, it really, really shows. And so it is important for you to recognize that, yes, there is something here there's a pattern that needs to be broken, that needs to be fixed, that needs to be addressed. I'm telling you, look into your astrology, look into your numerology chart, look into you know, your numerology chart. You will begin to see patterns. Write out the numbers. Get the book so that you can start. This is what I have been doing. So I'm always going to tell my soul tribe to, you know, I'm always going to guide y'all. If I'm doing something that's enlightening me, I'm going to let you know about it as well, because or you might already be doing it, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm always ahead of the game with things, because we are all learning different things at different times. But I'm saying, really, really get books with the numerology and begin to write out your numbers, and you're going to be able to recognize your patterns. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to see clearly. I'm telling you, more and more. But as I was saying before the neighbor came blasting their music, I try so hard to find places where I can just tap in for you all, but that's probably just another lesson for me. Like, look, you got to just keep going. You got to just keep going regardless. Yeah, so what I was saying with the, you know, your aura, you want to keep yourself bright. You want to keep yourself don't ever let nobody take your light. And I keep hearing that saying, they took off with my stuff. So basically, when you're hurt in love, it's like pieces of you, get taken, but you can call all that shit back to you. But that's definitely one of your biggest karmic patterns that you need to break. Look, just know that this all ties into your past lives. Okay? Begin to become aware of what is the same thing that keeps cycling around in your love. What is the same pattern that you are seeing in your love? Because this is a general reading for the collective. So I want to ask you open-ended questions so that you can begin to ask yourself these questions as well, so that you can begin to have a greater awareness, and so that you can be able to see, what is it that you notice the most, like in your relationships, that the things that trigger you, or the things that you do to trigger your partner, the things that are toxic and unhealthy. What is the overall pattern that you see, and why do you find yourself in the same situations in love over and over again? If you put in the work, I'm telling you, if you ask spirit and put in the work, things will begin to be revealed. But how you can break it is simply self-love. I'm telling you. Doing work on your heart chakra, applying as much love as you give to people that you love in your relationships. Love yourself that much, and that's gonna break you out of that. Okay? That codependency on feeling as if, somebody has to be by your side for you to go on kind of thing, but this person is already manifested in your reality. And, but if you, how much do you love them? Like, is it unconditional, or is it just because they make you feel good sometimes and you just want that feeling for yourself, and you just, you need somebody around to, because it makes you feel good? Or is it, how far are you willing to go for this person? Like, as far as, like, are you willing to let them go if they're happy with somebody else? Like, do you love them that much? Are you willing to let them go so that do you love yourself enough more? Do you love yourself more that you're willing to let them go so that you can grow, so that you can be the best version of you, so that you can be all that you can be, so that you can be powerful and beautiful and divine and walking in your power? Like, are you and have the faith that if you really believe that this person is for you, how bad do you believe, how much do you believe that? Like, if you believe that, then let them go and focus on you. You know what I'm saying? This is seriously, this is a journey in love for you. This is one of your greatest, biggest karmic patterns. And you can do it. You have the strength, you have the agility, you have the perseverance within your heart, because you are, you're such a passionate person. And passionate people, they can bring so much things into this world outside of your relationships. You have so much that you can offer to the world because of your passion. So, if this resonates, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, hit that bell so you can know when I upload new videos. And we are going to, that was your messages for you, pile 1. We are going to get into pile 2. Put that down there. Pile 2. Let's see what your karmic pattern is that you need to break, okay? So you have 6 of coins, Queen of Wands, 9 of Wands, wow, clarified by the Jack of Clubs, family, woo, Seeker, wow. And then for my angels, Lovers Oracle, you have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. That's amazing. That's amazing. Pile 2, I'm already feeling as if you are a very, very independent person. You are someone who, although you are independent, you are someone who has just been through the ringer as far as, you know what I'm saying? And this could be family. This could be your family is your karmic, you know what I'm saying? And like I was saying at the beginning of the video, we choose our family. We choose, you know, our siblings. We choose our parents. So you may have a lot of karmic patterns within your family. You may be someone that is here that you are aware and you know that you're here to break these patterns and these cycles that's in your family. You may have family that, you know, they hurt you with their words. I'm hearing they hurt you with their words. There's a lot of immaturity going on in the family. A lot of immature words being said, a lot of things that it's like, wow, we really not past this kind of thing. But I really feel like you are a go-getter. You're a very independent person. You've learned to kind of stand on your own, and I feel like your family triggers a lot of things in you that just make you want to go away and just overachieve so that you can be like, look, well, I was able to do this, I was able to do that, whether y'all was here or not, you know what I'm saying, whether y'all was with me or not. And I really feel like, you know, at the same time, you're still wounded from the things that you experienced growing up with your family, or, you know, the things that you experience even now in your adult life or your young adult life with your family. I feel like there is just a lot of, I feel as if the universe, with the Six of Coins showing up, I feel like your family always got their hand out. They always got their hand out to you, right? But it's like when it's your time to need something from them, it's like they don't got it, you know? And this causes you to just, it's like it reopens the wound every single time. Like, damn, when is my family gonna look out for me? Like, when is my family gonna check on me? Like, when is my family going to see me for who I am? I'm this very independent person. You got the Queen of Wands here. So for me, this would go for the divine masculine or the divine feminine. You're very independent. You're very confident. You know what I'm saying? You go after what you want. And I feel like you don't get acknowledged by the people that you love the most for that. So, you know, the path for you is long and weary. It's like you take hit after hit with your family, and it's like you still continue to try. And it's like the only time that they're like really, you know, wanting to see how you're doing or wanting to see, you know, what's up with you is like when you detach. It's like when you go away, like, hey, where are you? Oh, now you care? Like, now you care about, you know, how I'm doing, how I'm feeling. Now you want to check in with me because you're not seeing me on Facebook, or, you know, you're not seeing me on social media. Like, I was there the whole time. You didn't have anything to say, but now you're checking for me. You know, kind of energy is what I'm feeling. And I feel like the path for you is just long and weary, but yet you continue to seek. You continue to seek things that are meaningful for you. And I just feel like karmic, you know, you're here to break through those patterns that you see in your family. That is something that is a huge karmic lesson for you. And this is a general read for the collective conscious. So you need to take it how it resonates, and you need to begin to look at the patterns within your family. You know what I'm saying? What is it in your family line that you see a reoccurring theme with? And it could be a behavior that you yourself struggle with, and it could be something that you absolutely do not like about yourself. The spirit is saying you need to love that part of yourself. You need to embrace that part of yourself. You need to recognize that part of yourself. Stop trying to lock it up and throw away the key and put it in the closet and put it in the box and throw it in the sea. Like, you really need to go get it back out from the ocean. Whether you gotta dive deep into the ocean, you gotta go and get it out, get it out, you know, put it back on the boat, take it back to the land, and go home with it and face it, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't reject that part of yourself. Look it in the mirror, look it in the face, because in that way, when you do that, you are able to heal generational traumas and things of that nature, things within your family that just are not healthy, but you know, and you're the person to do it because you are so confident and strong. Like, you've been beaten and blundered by your own family, whether physically, mentally, emotionally, and you are just able to continue to get back up and just keep climbing to the top. Like, they cannot stop you, and that is why a lot of them resent you, because it's like, damn, look at this person able to just do all of these things. And a lot of them, you know, they're just living to please their other family members. You could have siblings or cousins or things, you know, close relatives, that they don't live for themselves. They're living to try to please the family, because, you know, especially when it comes to money can change, and you'll be amazed at how it can change just the family dynamic as people grow older, as siblings grow older. And one sibling may be better off in the financial department than the other, and you will see the favoritism. And you could be doing the most amazing things and you will not be seen, or they pretend that they don't see you. Like, they low-key resenting you, because it's like, you over here, you know, you may not be as financially well off. I'm using this as an example. Or you may not be as stable, or you may not have the things, the best, finer, you know, things in life as the others do, but like, you're living your truth, and they resent you for that. So they will try to verbally attack you, emotionally attack you, mentally attack you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing better than living your truth. And for you, it's like, that's what keeps you going, because it's like, yo, I'm always going to be the one to come out of my comfort zone. I'm going to keep climbing up, as uncomfortable as it is for me. But look how strong you are, because you are able to do that even without the support of the ones that you love the most. You still keep rising. You still keep climbing. You still keep breaking through your own karmic patterns. You're still able to find new adventures and new things, and just embark on all of these new endeavors, because nothing is holding you in one spot. Like, you refuse. I'm sorry, y'all. When I tap into spirit, I sweat. And I'm outside. But it's hot. But it gets very hot. I mean, you're not going to, you're doing all of this without support from those that you love the most. That is powerful. That is powerful. That's amazing. Spirit is saying, how do you break out this family, the karmic patterns? You need to let go of resentment. You got to do a lot of forgiving. You got to do a lot of forgiving of yourself. You got to do a lot of forgiving of the people in your family that hurt you the most. You got to be able to let them go and love them from a distance. You're not going to get the answers that you seek as far as that, because humans are just, we are, sometimes, I mean, we just have our ways. We all do. We're all here. We're all on our own paths. We all have our own traumas. I mean, you have family. You have a family history that's dealing with you know, trauma, physical abuse, mental abuse. You know, any kind of abuse. Sexual abuse is something that continues to go down the family line, and imagine, you know, they have their own traumas, and it gets passed down and passed down and passed down. So that's where you need to look, you gotta look through your third eye. Look through that divine eye. Look at them through the divine's eyes. The divine has compassion and love for us, even when we fuck up, right? Even when we are not at our best, even when we are not doing good things, the divine still loves us enough to give us so many chances. And when I say so many chances, I mean we have infinite chances to ascend. We are infinite. So, you know, just really, I mean, continue to be the seeker that you are, even though if the path is long and weary. You see this path? The path is long and weary, but you always going to continue to seek, and you're going to be blessed for that. But, you know, love them anyway. Love them anyway. You don't have to open yourself up to their abuse or their lack of understanding for who you are as a person. You can love them from a distance, but you can send them love out into the universe. You know what I'm saying? You can always send love out into the universe to them. Send them loving energy, even if they haven't showed up for you. You can say, well, I've always shown up for them, and I'm going to be blessed for it. All right? So make the effort, Spirit saying. So that's your messages for you, pile 2. That's one of your karmic patterns that you need to break. And if this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell so you know when I upload a new video, okay? And we are going to get into pile 3. With that being said, let's go on over into pile 3. Pile 3. What is one of your karmic patterns that you need to break? All right, you have 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups. Strength. Sun in reverse. Ace of Spades. Psychic ability. Powerful. Tarot guidance. Look at that. That comes right after the psychic ability. It's powerful. Express your love. I also pulled pile 3 from my Angels Lovers Oracle deck. I've been feeling really drawn to just continue to tap into love, to teach me unconditional love, to teach me how to love people unconditional. So I definitely want to bring that to the table when doing my collective reads. So you have express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So express your love. All right, so for you, pile 3, I'm immediately picking up that one of your karmic patterns is substance abuse or anything just overindulgence in things that are not good for you. And you have a tendency you may have a lot of mental ailments, like you may battle a lot with mental illness. You may battle a lot of these things, and with the psychic ability coming out in the 3rd eye chakra, you may just be a person that has always been tapped in and in tune. And a lot of people who all their life have been tapped in and in tune to spirit and can see things that other people can't see, that are aware of things that other people are not aware. It's kind of like you're in this world and it's like you're going crazy. It's like no, you feel like you're going crazy because it's like, why can't they see these things, or why do they not know these things, or why am I the only one that is experiencing? Like, you're tapped in. And so a lot of people who are tapped in, they're diagnosed with bipolar, they're diagnosed with schizophrenia, multiple personality disorder, things of that nature. And give me one moment. Yikes. Okay, I'm back. I'm not going to tell y'all what just happened, but okay. I took care of it. Okay, so what was I saying? So yeah, people that are really tapped in and in tune to spirit, all of their life, they usually typically get diagnosed with these things because there is no understanding or overstanding of what you are experiencing. And so I feel like you battle with a lot of substance abuse or just things that you overindulge in that are not good for you. And Spirit is saying, look, it's time. You could be a person that likes to party a lot. It's like you party, you go to parties, or you will become the third wheel in situations, kind of thing, because you don't feel like you don't know your worth, kind of thing. It's like not even that you don't know your worth, it's like you try to hide behind these activities to cover up what you don't want to face, to try to run away from who you know that you are. You're a powerful seer, you're a powerful clairvoyant, you're a powerhouse, a powerful medium, you are a powerful vessel for source. And sometimes that can be overwhelming. And I think that this is one of your biggest karmic patterns, where you try to hide and overindulge, and you know what I'm saying, you try to block all of these things out, and it causes you to fall into depressions that are sometimes you can't even get out of for years. I mean, you may have been a person that actually went through to where you got to the point where you wanted to take your own life. You may have even tried to take your own life, and Spirit like revived you, like brought you back somehow through divinity. You were brought back because divinity is you. You are divinity, so of course you're going to be brought back by divinity. The divine is not going to allow you to succumb. I mean, your pain could be so deep, deeper than most others, but it's not a punishment. And I know that, when you take that swig, that it takes that away, even if it's just for a few moments, that emptiness that you feel, because I mean, you are a very, 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 very ancient soul. So your tasks, your karmic lessons, I'm telling you, look into your numerology chart. I'm telling you right now, for you pile 3, you do the name graph. I've been learning about numerology. Look into your name, how you do the name graph, and look at how many zeros are in your chart. You most likely have a 0 in your chart, or more than 1 0. These are your karmic lessons that you need to overcome, and you most likely have more than others. You have a lot of things that you have to deal with more than other people, and it can become, most people that that go through a lot of things, they go into that, they've tried to commit suicide, they have substance abuse, alcohol abuse, something to numb the pain. It is something to numb the pain. And people look over these people. You may have gone through periods where you were on the streets, or you were just out there in them streets, even if you had a home to come home to. I'm hearing you was out there in them streets, like, you know what I'm saying, when you were a teenager. Just doing all kinds of things that were just wow. Like, you look back on it now, you're like, wow, I ain't that crazy, but but you're still on the bottle. You're still taking them swigs, and you know that it's not good. You know that you want to stop, but you can't, kind of thing. And this is a karmic pattern. This is something that has followed you from past lives, okay? And you, Spirit is saying that you need to stop trying to be the third wheel in situations, or the third party, that you come first, that you need to put yourself as number one, because you are number one. You need to recognize that the gifts that you have are not to curse you. It's we say this a lot, it's both a gift and a curse, and it can feel like that, but at the end of the day, when you are given these powerful gifts from the divine, it's not to make you go crazy and shut down and try to shut it out and block it out. It is for you to use it to help humanity, to help each other. We are all capable of being vessels for the divine will use anybody as a vessel. It will use a homeless person as a vessel. You know what I'm saying? You'll just be walking down the street and it just be this homeless person that just captures your attention. It's like, wait a minute, this person, even though they haven't showered, it looks like they haven't showered in weeks, it looks like they've been wearing the same clothes for weeks, but they got a light around their ass. You walk up to that homeless person and that homeless person drops a bomb on you, make you cry, say some shit that only God knows. So the divine can use any of us as vessels, but you are just, you know, it never leaves you. And that can be hard when you're just constantly seeing shit, hearing shit, knowing shit. You just want to be normal like everybody else. You just want to be asleep like everybody else. Because sometimes it's easier to just be asleep. It's easier when you could just blame it on, oh, I blame it on the devil. It ain't me. It's easier when you can do that. You can hide in the church. I'm just using that as an example, and not take responsibility for your actions. And I'm not saying everybody that go to church do that, because, you know, people will just take your words and twist it. Like, you know, ain't nobody got time for that. Listen, take it or leave it. It's hard because, you know, it's hard for you. And I'm tapping into y'all's energy who chose pile 3, and I feel this heaviness, but at the same time I feel this divine love. Like, it's like you be talking to yourself in the mirror like, damn, yo, just keep pushing, yo. Like, you be pep talking yourself. Just keep pushing, yo. Just keep going, yo. God help me. God help me. But you got to know that God ain't never left your side. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that. You got to feel that. You got to believe in that. And just know that you have this within you. It's never going to go anywhere. You have to stop trying to block it out. You have to stop trying to hide. You have to stop trying to cover it up with things that are not good for your vessel, not good for your body. You got to keep your vessel, you know what I'm saying? If you're a little chunky, you know, I'm a little chunky, I like my, you know, my macaroni and cheese and my Hershey's chocolate bars, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, in past lives, you know, I didn't get to eat all this good stuff. And I've been around for a while, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get to have all these goodies. Like, you know, I ate healthy, like, you know, so in this life, I'm in my divine feminine, you know, chocolate is so sweet, you know, I'm enjoying it, and I'm a little chunky, and I had 4 babies, you know what I'm saying? I gave life 4 times, honey. So I love my chunky. In Africa, you got them women that they worship they call them the fat women, the warriors. They worship them, their curves and all of that. So it ain't even about that. If you love yourself, you love yourself, but you can't just you gotta make an effort to, if your spirit is telling you, yo, put down the mac and cheese. If your spirit is telling you, you know what I'm saying, and it don't have to be for always, it's just for that right now, because sometimes we gotta cleanse, right? If spirit telling you, yo, put down that bottle, you don't need that wine tonight, or you don't need that Hennessy tonight, or you don't need that, you know what I'm saying, that vodka tonight. Spirit telling you, before you go off the deep end again, because this is a karmic pattern for you, so it is easy for you to go off into the deep end, and then it'll take longer for you to swim back up to the surface, even though you will always be able to swim back up to the surface. But sometimes some people don't, they're not able to swim back to the surface, and, you know, of course, all paths lead to the same place, and we just get another chance. But you're here to help humanity and to ascend the realm. You are here to be a magnificent light. And nobody's light shines brighter than someone who's been to the dark. So, you know what I'm saying? Now you have from my lover's oracle here. Hold on. Yeah, so with that, yeah, so how you can break through this karmic pattern, you have the Ace of Spades. So this is like, you know, always look for that new beginning in your passions. Always seek out things that new things and things that you can do, things that you can apply yourself to that feed your soul. You got to keep yourself busy. You can't get trapped up in here, because you get trapped up in here, it's like, you know, then it's hard for you to come out. Express your love. So for me, this card, this doesn't even have to do with relationships with a lover. Like, express your love. Express yourself, because you're a vessel. So you have to express yourself, whether physically, whether verbally, whether, you know, however you are able to express yourself, you have to do it, because you're channeling when you're doing that, and you're helping someone else heal and come out of their despair. You see what I'm saying? So you have to express yourself. You can no longer hide. Spirit's calling your ass out. You need to come out into the front and guide whatever you're here to do. Okay, take it how it resonates. That's your messages for you, Pound 3. If this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you can be notified for when I drop another video. These were beautiful messages that were coming through. You know what I'm saying? Let's all continue to be guided. Let's all continue to listen to spirit, our spirit guides. You know what I'm saying? Let's all continue to consistently seek wisdom, seek knowledge, seek understanding and understanding of where the divine wants to take us in our life, of who we are. The more that you understand and understand who you are, who your soul is, the more things begin to be revealed, the more of a bigger picture that you can see clearly. And the more that you will remain 10 steps ahead, always. Source will always have you 10 steps ahead, always, if you just listen. You know, we're all going through a major transformation. The collectively, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, we're all going through major transformations, and it's not going to be easy. But if you are aware, it can be easier. Okay? So just remember that, and remember that the overall thing that Spirit is calling for us to do is release people and things that are no longer serving us, because we are walking into a new earth, and you don't want to be taking nothing from the 3D into the 5D. You don't want to be taking none of that. None of it. And no one is ever going to be perfect, because if we was perfect, we'd be sitting up there with the divine right now, like looking down like, I'm next to the divine, what y'all doing down there? No, we still down here. So obviously we still have lessons that we need to learn. We still have things that we need to accomplish. We still have things that we need to do. So we're not going to have it all the way together ever. It's a constant learning lesson in cycles. We are in a realm of cycles. Everything go around and come back around again. It's not a straight line. It's not a straight path. It's long and weary. It's winding. It's up and down. But I'm telling you, when you know that, when you can see it for what it is, everything, whether it has to do with your love life, whether it has to do with your family life, whether it has to do with yourself. You see how Spirit broke that shit down in them piles? You can do it, because you chose to come here to do it. Your higher self already done been through it. We are existing in multiple realities, planetary systems, dimensions, all at once. Your higher self already knows. The divine already knows. Sometimes what you want ain't what you need. Sometimes what you want to hear ain't what you need to hear. Sometimes the truth hurts, but you take that hurt and you transmute that shit. All of these things, everything, have gratitude in the midst. Always be aware, always tap in, always be in tune, and stay grounded. You have to. Yeah, so I'm just listening to the birds and the nature and spirit. You know what I'm saying? There's signs and wonders everywhere, and I know y'all are seeing them. I know y'all are seeing them. So everyone, I wish you all well. I wish you all peace and blessings. You know what I'm saying? Once again, I want to say thank you to those who show up every time I drop a video. Y'all right there like, boom, oh, I dropped a new video. Like, I just love y'all so much. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always going to show up for y'all. Always. Know that. This is my calling. So no matter what else I am doing, I'm always going to show up. No matter what I'm going through, I'm always going to show up. Unless Spirit say, nah, you don't need to be showing up like your sacral chakra is hit. You need to go sit your ass down. Unless Spirit say... But you know what I'm saying? But okay, I'm going to sit down for 2 days and then I'm going to come back. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to always show up for y'all. I love y'all. You know, this is what I'm here to do. You know, I really believe that. And I know that. So y'all take care, and I will see you all again next time, okay? Bye.